Since I've been in isolation, I guess, in my room, I've had a lot of time to binge TV and think about TV, because, like, can't live a life, so you live through characters in your screen. You could read a book, too. I have my top 7 sitcoms that I watch, binge. Number 7, all of these are on Hulu or Netflix, I'll say. Fresh Off the Boat. I watched it on Hulu. They have all the episodes last time I checked. It was my first quarantine, it was my first quarantine binge in March. I was finishing it up. I had like a few seasons left because I had been watching it. And then March, I just binged all of them. It's basically about the life of Eddie. I have the book on my Kindle too. It started as a book, became a show. He wrote a book about his life as a family, immigrant family from Chinatown in Orlando. And they moved to Washington, D.C. and it's just about his life. It starts when he's like, and he goes 11, goes to like a teenager. It's good. It has 6 seasons. It has Randall Park in it. It's really funny. 6 and 5, they go together. 7 is Schooled and 6 is the Goldbergs. It's about Adam Goldberg. It's basically a show about his life. I realized I did a pretty bad job explaining that. Adam Goldberg is the writer of it. It takes place in the 80s. It's just his life, family, like the mom smothers him. It's just about a family in the 80s, and it's really fun, especially watching it with my mom, who will be like, I remember that. It's still going on ABC, and they have all of the Goldbergs, and Schooled only went for 2 seasons, but it's really funny. The main character is one of the characters in the other one. It takes place in the 90s this time. She was originally went to LA to pursue music, but that didn't work out, so then she came back, and now she's teaching music at the school that the Goldbergs was taking place in. Number 4 is Raising Hope. This is also one that I binged. They have all of it on Hulu. That started my van obsession. Like, I had a van obsession after reading a book where they went on a road trip in a van. And then this, just seeing the van in that show. It's basically about this guy who accidentally has a baby with a serial killer. The baby's name is Hope, and he has to raise her on his own. The main character who's raising Hope, his parents were teen parents. Like, the mom was like my age, 15, when she had him, so it's kind of like, it's just a good show. Number 3, oh my gosh, this is my current binge. I just finished it yesterday, and I binged all 6 seasons in like 2.5 days, basically. I had like 1/2 a season left yesterday, and so then I just watched a bunch of YouTube videos about the cast behind the scenes. And what I love about this is that the cast is still friends to this day. It's Community, I don't know if I said that, but it's super funny, and the whole cast is awesome. I hope we get a movie, because it's supposed to be 6 seasons in a movie, and you know, if the cast is still in touch, they just did a reunion table read in May. So there's this lawyer who like faked his degree, and so he has to go to this community college, and he starts a study group, a Spanish study group for his class, because there's this girl that he wants to get with. So, but the whole plot line makes it sound so much worse than it is. It has like paintball in it, and like the writers who write like the paintball episodes are like Marvel, and one of the guy's girlfriends, she's only in 2 episodes, Abed. His girlfriend is literally Captain Marvel. The whole cast is super funny, and they have guest appearances. Jack Black is in an episode, and it's very creative, and it's created by the guy who does Rick and Morty. So I haven't seen Rick and Morty. Seems like something I would like, but I'm just saying, watch it. It's on Netflix and it's on Hulu, all of it, except for 1 episode in season 2, which I still haven't seen because I have to pay for that. I guess if it's on Netflix and Hulu, but it's a D&D episode and I want to watch it, but I think, I don't know, it's just not on either of them. Okay, number 2, Malcolm in the Middle. It starts in the early 2000s. It's basically about Malcolm, who's the middle child. They have Francis, Reese, Malcolm, Dewey, and then they have baby Jamie during the show. And it's just about the family, you know, it's super funny, and the boys always cause mayhem in the neighborhood, I guess. And the character's personalities, like Reese, not Reese. Reese is like school bully, but he doesn't stay that way. Malcolm is like a nerd, and his friend Stevie. Malcolm is like super smart, I guess, and so that's kind of like the family, like, you're the smart one and everybody else, because like the son is in military school, the parents sent him to military school, and he like manages to cause chaos in military school too. And Dewey's just a small child and feels ignored. And the parents' relationships, like the mom works at a drugstore, and stuff, and Hal is the guy from Breaking Bad, the actor Bryan Cranston, and I love the theme song too. And number one, I probably talked about this before, or it might just be talking to like my friends, but American Housewife, still going on. It's on Hulu, and it's still running on ABC. It's on its 5th season. It is so funny. It has Meg Donnelly, Diedrich Bader, other people. I don't want to name the whole cast. So they live in Westport, Connecticut, which is like super hot, super fancy place. It's, yeah. And they just live in like a smaller house. They got a deal or whatever, because it has good schools for their daughter and a cat. And they're middle class, living in the super high end, and like the son, Oliver, is like a snob basically, is what Westport, and he wants to go to Harvard. And then Meg Donnelly is like, I don't know, just a teenage girl.
I did not mention the parents whatsoever. So Greg is like history. It's like one of those dads who's like in the historical guild. And the mom was like super cool in high school, and she brags about that all the time. Katie Otto. She does not like the Westport moms.
I don't know how to explain these, making them seem good, because sitcoms always seem bad, but you get invested in the people's lives because the characters become relatable. Like Community, Abed always wanting things to be a movie. I love Abed, can I just say, in Community. That's the whole list. These are my top 7 sitcoms. I think they're really good. My next video, I'll probably do cartoons. Thank you for watching.